and welcome back to Court Farm Country Estate. It's harvest time on home farm, but before we can get started, we need to get a header for the combine. To afford this, we first need to sell some silage bales. Let's get farming. So our first order of business, as I said, is to head down to the BGA. We're going to sell a load of silage bales. I have already spent some money this morning. I bought a workshop for the farm. I managed to get one of the workshops and place it inside that workshop building that is missing the trigger. So we've got that set up. I've also bought some fuel because this tractor was beeping at me insistently that it needed refueling. So we've done that as well. I only bought the minimum amount of fuel for our Bowser up at the farm. We really needed to put a little bit in that. Let's get this started up, and we're gonna sell a whole load of these bales in the BGA today. We've only got 6,200. I think we need at least like 12,000 to get the header I want to get for this combine that we have on the farm. So we're gonna do that. I have a feeling we might also need a trailer. I need to double check that before we go. But these should all go in here fairly well. Immediately we're up to 10,000. So all the money I've spent this morning has been replaced with just 3 silage bales. It shouldn't take too long to get this job done then. And getting this job done does mean I'm going to need to buy a slightly larger header. I've no worries that my combine will get round the field. But originally I was looking at about a 5-meter header, and I think we can take up to a 6-meter header on our combine. So that's what we're going to do. This shouldn't take me too long though, so we'll get these sold and we'll see where we are at the end of it. Final stack of 3 bales, and we're up to 37,000. So based on the 4,000, 5,000 we've been getting stack of 3 bales, we should hit, yeah, look at that, 42,532. That is a great start to our day. We can park this back over here, and then I'm gonna jump back in my tractor. Very happy with that. So what we'll do is we'll head down to the shop now. It's only just across the road. I'm gonna pop in there, grab a header for our combine. We can easily afford one now, which is brilliant. And also at the same time, I think we'll check as to whether we have a trailer or not. Now I need to make sure my tractor is parked well out of the way, because we may only fit the combine header and header trailer here. We'll head into the shop and see what we've got. For combine headers, there's a pack that comes available for the combine we've got, and that's this pack of 3 class headers here. The the C450, the C510, and the C600. And now the C510 was originally the one I was going to get, but given the amount of time we have today, I kind of want something that will do the job a little bit faster. This is a 5.1 meter header. This one here, the C600, is a 6-meter header. This should do us absolutely fine. We will leave the old stickers on it, I think. In fact, no, we'll put the new stickers on it because this is a new header that we're getting. No other customizations really. 11,550. That should be the perfect header for us. So let's buy that outright. To go with that, I need a header trailer, and there actually is a header trailer that comes in this pack as well. The C450 C600 trailer. We want to take it up to the C600 size, which is slightly larger. That's going to cost 975, so that isn't very expensive either. And then the last thing we need to do is check if we have a trailer. We've got bale loaders and trailers there, so no trailer in our owned items. No trailer in our leased items either. So I want to have a look at my harvester. This takes a grand total of 6,200 liters. So ideally, I want a 12,400 litre or larger trailer. We have a few good options that are available to us here. Between these four here, they all do pretty much what we need. The Joskin trailer here in its standard configuration is a little bit under. It's only 12,000 litres. The Marshall comes in at 18,400 litres, so would easily cover 2 loads. Nearly 3, in fact. So I think that's a little bit of overkill. We got the Marston Ace 10 1993, which, again, easily covers it. Takes 14,500 litres. And that is quite a good trailer. I really like that. But I've used that a lot elsewhere. And then finally, for 10,000, we got the West, which is 12,900 litres. As much as I like this trailer for our size and everything, I don't quite want to go with that today. In fact, what I'm going to do is not go with any of these. Instead, I want to use the base game class. I really, really like this trailer. It is more expensive than that West trailer and holds about the same, but it is just a really, really nice base game trailer. So we're going to do that. We want to change our number plate to BF01 Dan to match our tractor. There we go. And okay that. And yeah, we're just going to go with the class carrot. Go with a good one that works. 17,500. So we'll buy that. Yes. Okay. And with that all purchased, we'll head back out. Our header is on our header trailer. Thank you to the shop for that. And yes, a class trailer with our class combine and header and everything just really works. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. We're going to take the header up to the farm first because it's turned 9:30 and we really, really need to get things started in order to get the linseed cut today. It would be very nice to get our own field cut and be able to move on to a contract with our combine as well. I don't know how likely that is to happen. So we'll get this started. We'll see how far we get with this. And we will go from there. So head a trailer back down to our farm. We can swing this round here. We want to get out to the linseed. And yeah, we're never going to get the header for the combine actually through here on the combine. We might be able to do it going via the grass field, but definitely not through that gap there. So what I'll do is just park this up here. All this mud, even in this nice dry weather, all this mud is just causing so much issue. Bring it there. Perfect. And now we get to start up our mega. So how many hours does this have on it? 37 hours. It's not the newest combine. It is in pretty good nick and should do us very well for the 2 fields we have to harvest on here. I'm hoping that at the end of this series, when we get our second harvest, we might be able to have more than just the 2 fields. It all kind of depends on how much we earn this year. Look at how dirty my combine is. Just getting to the field. So much mud. Can I back this off? Back this off. There we are. Yeah, there's so much mud around here. We can move our header trailer out the way. And once this is moved out the way, what I'll be able to do is pop around and go and get our trailer. But first, let's get the combine filled. Let's at least get into this field, because I don't know how much we're going to end up with by actually cutting it. Okay. Might need to connect up. Yeah, need to connect up the PTO. Start up the header. Start up the thresher. Oh, sounding very nice, this combine. So this will do both field beans and the linseed that we're currently cutting. Looking to be a fairly good yield. I do know that our pH level is low on here. So when we get next year's crop into this field, before we do that, we're going to want to do a good spread of lime. Do we have corn? No, we need the straw coming out the back. We do want to have straw off this linseed. I don't know if the field bean does it, but certainly we can make straw from this linseed. And we need that for feeding the cows and probably to try and make some manure from the cows as well. So, yeah, dropping straw, we'll get that baled up. We might even have time to do that today if we're lucky. Despite the lack of pH level on this field, we're getting an absolutely brilliant yield off here. Bottom end of this field is at about 120% yield, which I had not expected at all. We are already 80% full. Thankfully, we've got a little bit more space to maneuver around this end of the field, so we should be able to empty when we get full. I don't think we're quite going to make it up to that top corner, so that isn't the end of the world. But, yeah, this is... I did not expect to have a full tank, to have 6,000 litres off this field before I hit this top corner with a 6-metre header. That is really quite extraordinary. In fact, yeah, we are going to make it just to this top corner here. Auger out. We have space here to get the tractor and trailer in. So we better go and get those and get them up to the field. It's taken me a little while to go down to the shop, pick up the trailer, get back up here. But we are back up here and can get this emptied now. Bring it up alongside. Trailer didn't get quite as mucky as the combine did as I was coming back here. Let's empty out. So we'll start the engine up and hopefully be able to empty. Have I not got myself in the right position? I have. Let's give it a try. There we go. So empty that out. Our first full trailer of linseed, or our first full tank of linseed off here. How well does linseed sell? So linseed price we don't have on that screen because we don't have any in storage yet. So it should be somewhere down the bottom of here. There it is. So best price seems to be up at the £734 mark. So we'll have a really decent amount of money off that, I think, when it comes to it. That is very, very good. We're getting this kind of yield off and we're looking at that kind of amount of money. Then I think the linseed is going to be a very profitable crop for us on this farm. Amazingly, we're going to be almost full again by the time we get back to our tractor and trailer. That's a little bit crazy. That's a huge amount of crop we're getting off this field. Yeah, there's the 80% mark. That is wild. I am going to cut out in front of the tractor here. Gives us a little bit more maneuvering space. We are 15% shy of a full tank. Let's just come down the side here. And yeah, by the time we reach this bottom corner, we're going to want the tractor and trailer and get emptied. So auger back out, please. Yeah, we can just see it up there. And before we get to the corner, by the looks of it, we are going to be full again with our first full trailer off this field before we've even done the oh, turn you off. There we go. Before we've even done all the headlands. That is really, really good. Before we continue, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create my own custom line of PCs suitable for everybody from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. Apex Gaming PCs are offering up to $250 off your next purchase, just by using my link in the description below. So go check them out. There we go, emptying out the combine. We should be able to spread this out among our class trailer. I think we'll be about 200 litres shy of a full trailer off 2 full tanks here, which is not an issue at all. Exactly why I bought this trailer to go with this combine, because we know we're going to try and fill the tank each time. So we'll go and get this tipped. Yeah, there we go. 98%, 12,400 litres. Perfect size trailer for our combine. We've got a nice little grain store here in our yard. We can put this into. Let's just back it up. Tip it out. And yeah, the first 12,000 litres off our field is worth about £9,000 of the headlands, which is just astounding. Now, the top end of the field here, I'm going to do a little bit differently. We're going to cut it down and try and clear out and get this to be a sort of a couple of strips up the top here. When I eventually go down the rest of the field, I want to do a full, I want to go across the slope. That's what I'm looking to do. Up here, that's not really feasible. We've kind of got to go down the slope with this section that's in here. So I'm just going to go and cut this bit here, and then go into the field a little bit further down, so that we kind of end up this end bit here. In fact, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round. We will cut into here, get to a point where we will pick up for the rest of the headland here. So bring this down to there. We'll lift up here and just go and get that last little bit that's up the top. That way, when we finish, we'll finish up at this corner here and can cut in very easily. We are at 89% again as well, which is just... We haven't even started the third headland and we're already going to have another full tank. In fact, we're going to be pretty close to it, just cutting into this small section up here. I'm blown away by this. To have 20,000 litres nearly already off this field, that is mind-blowing to me. I really did not expect us to have such a huge yield off here. I think we're going to be in somewhere in the region of about 30,000 litres off here, which will be incredible. Coming to the end of the third headland, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a full tank off this, but I don't want to cut in with so much linseed in the tank. So what I'm going to do is just go and empty the rest of this. 4,000 litres in here. We should get a couple of thousand litres off a couple of cut-ins. And once I've done that, I'll come and empty into the trailer. That way we can keep the trailer producing, or keep filling the trailer fully each time, which helps keep track of how much we have, really. And forward, give us a good spread in our trailer. We're almost empty. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom end of the field, cut in, And we should then get a nice coverage for this field and make it easier on our combine, because the last thing we want is to strain our combine and increase its wear and tear. We want to cut in probably around about here-ish, I think. Yep. And the rough angle is 136 degrees, if I remember correctly. So we'll take this down to, yeah, about there-ish, 137, 138. That should do it. Keep that going. That will be roughly across the slope here. It's a little bit down it, but I think we'll be all right. And we'll grab another couple of 1,000 liters, fill up our trailer, and go from there. So just over 2,000 liters off the second row to cut in, and I'm getting quite happy with my ability to estimate the rows. Not bad at all, if I do say so myself. We'll bring this under and get it unloaded. Combine is ready and raring to go. Unload the last 2,000 liters of this linseed. Fill our trailer up. I think we might have slightly more here than the trailer can take. Yeah, by only 184 liters, so not bad. Fold all that in and go get this tipped. That is looking great. Yeah, nice full trailer of linseed, and that takes us up to 25,000 liters, in fact, because we put in 12,400 the first time. So yeah, 25,000 liters. We're easily going to hit 30,000 liters, probably more. I would love to buy that field of sunflowers if I can. I don't think we're going to have the money this year to do it. I'd have to borrow a load of cash. And in fact, I have a feeling that we need to get our loan back down a bit again. I have a feeling we are sitting at over 300,000, and I'm trying to keep the loan below that as much as possible. This was, of course, start from scratch, and so we started off with a £200,000 loan on here a year ago, and I've been trying to keep it so that the loan doesn't balloon out of control, and we end up with about 100,000 on top of our start from scratch loan. Is not bad, I think. That's a good control of our spending on here. I definitely want to be doing a third, if not fourth, field during next year's harvest. I want to finish off with at least 4 fields on here. I think that's always a good number if you're starting out a small farm in Farm Sim, and would quite happily continue on with that. We might see what the timings are like as well. I'm slightly worried about the premium edition and when we might finish this series, and how much time there would be to go and explore somewhere else, and where that somewhere else might be. Whoa! I was not watching how full my combine was. And we've lost a little bit of crop as a result. Let's stop that. Auger out. We need to empty this combine. Always try and empty the combine over the wheels of the trailer. Get that good balanced position. Doesn't cause any issues for the tractor. I love how this tractor's working with this trailer. It looks really, really nice, and it seems to be a good sized trailer for this tractor. Which is fantastic news. I mean, 200 horsepower actually for a 12-ton trailer is a little bit of overkill. But it works, and it's able to pull this trailer up the hill and through all that mud, which is the important thing. All in all, as I've said many times before in this series, that Fendt tractor being available when it was at the beginning of this series has been brilliant for us. It is kind of the perfect all-round tractor for what we've needed on here. The only thing it doesn't have is the front loader, and of course we are nicely set up with our little skid steer. for everything that we need from that point of view. We've got the main part of this field done now. We've just got this really fiddly little triangle at the top. So I'm trying to go into here without taking too much of the straw. Especially if I can position it in breaks like that. That works really well for us. Yeah, this field has some really fiddly bits to it. And we found this when we were seeding it. We're finding it now a little bit while we're harvesting it. You can work around them and you can to get things to work out well for you. We are looking at being at 35,000 liters to finish this field. That is great. That is way more than I had initially anticipated on here. And just a brilliant yield. We are also only at 25 past 2. So what I'm going to do is probably try and get this started baling. Although first, I think we might want to go and check on our cows. We haven't fed our cows for a little while. And they might be in need of some feed as well. Sheep, I think, have been all right. They have that silage bale sitting there, but we'll check all of our animals today, check how they're all doing, turn off the front, turn off the thresher. We'll bring the tractor and trailer underneath to finish off, see how much we end up in here. I think we're going to have 10,000 liters in this at the end. We're not that full. Yeah, 10,000 liters, over 10,000 liters. Should do the trick. And yeah, that's 36,000. 36,000, that would represent 27,000 pounds off this field. That will be brilliant. We'll check that out in a minute, because we'll be able to tell that. But I think that we are looking at, yeah, about 27,000 value from the linseed on here. All in the silo. And we've ended up with 35,509 liters. Current value is 19,000. 28,670 plus any environmental score. So 807 is the max price we're looking at in January. So yeah, we'll be selling all of that off then. And that is worth a huge amount of money to us. So let's get this trailer parked up in the shed and then we'll take a look at the animals. Okay, so the trailer is all done. Our sheep need feed. Our cows are low, but okay. Okay, so we need to go and feed the sheep. I think our best bet then for that is to start up this, go and grab a couple of those straw bales, of those hay bales that we created last time, and see if our sheep will eat them. If they will, that is great. Otherwise, we gotta go and cut some grass and try and get that baled up for them. Our little skid steer here is not the fastest thing, but does work well for what we're doing around here. Not really a field piece of kit, but we have the we have our bale stacker for that. Yeah, stack of 3 of these should keep our sheep fed for a while. And we need to go and do that gate round the back. Really can't see much through the front of this. Around to here. I think this gate opens towards me. No, away from me. Good. I was worried it was going to knock all the bales off for a moment. Right, yeah. And I think this silage bale basically fermented and stopped being useful. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Wow, that went straight in, didn't it? Good. So that proves that we can indeed feed hay to the sheep. Now I just got to get this other bale off the front. There we are. That's off the front, and that's in there as well. Did not give that much capacity to the sheep, though. Wow. We've not got that many. We've only got 8 cows and 12 sheep. I think both of them are going to be okay for a little while. This bale here only has 13,000 litres in it. But yeah, we're going to need a lot more silage and a lot more hay, I think, in order to fully feed the sheep and the cows. But them being a little bit, or only being a few of each, I don't think they're getting through feed that quickly. I think with our sheep and cows actually okay, then what we'll need to do now is just hook this up. And yeah, there we go. And we'll go and start on the baling. We want to get these bales done and this field cleared as quickly as possible. That way we can start getting it ready for next year. First thing we're going to need to do, of course, is get some lime on here. But I'm going to bale up the headlands first. And then we'll clear the bales off that. We have 2 minds. I don't know whether we need these these straw bales or not. Oh, somebody did say that this baler can produce larger bales, and it can. Yeah, only up to the 150s. So we've been creating 150 size bales on here anyway. So I don't think that that prevents the grass bales being wrapped, which is what people were suggesting. No, we've been doing the 150 bales. That's what we had it set on, and it was still wrapping those. These windrows are much smaller than the ones we were dealing with yesterday. Well, as expected, they're taking longer to fill because they cover less of the field, and of course as well, they are larger bales we're producing from here. Trying to slowly sort this. I have got the automatic drop on because we're doing straw bales, so it will drop the bales off the back fairly easily, just straight out. And yeah, good. So if we can get this baled up today, they'll be pretty good. I am wondering, what do you guys think of the sort of time lapse I did yesterday? I kind of like that approach to it rather than speeding things up. Would you like to see more of that kind of thing for jobs like baling? Especially considering the amount of baling that we're trying to do on here. Well, actually, we've missed one of our grass cuts because of what we had to do last couple of times. So that's probably cost us, based on what we made today, quite a bit of cash. But would you like to see more of that? Would you like to see more of that kind of thing? Let us know down in the comments below, because I'm really intrigued as to what you guys think. Combine's got in the way, so I'm going to move it over near our field of field beans. Looking at the yield map in the bottom left-hand corner, that has been a really decent yield off that field, especially considering that the pH value is way lower than it should be. I think we're going to end up next year with an even better yield off there. For now, I'm just going to bring this in here, squeak through this gateway, and yeah, we'll be ready for the field beans when they ripen, probably next month, I think. Headlands are all baled up. Now we've just got the main body of the field to go, and yeah, I think we'll have time to get that all done today. I'm really, really pleased that's this field completely harvested with a decent yield off it, and we are looking at getting it all baled and sorted as well, which is going to save us so much time later on, especially seeing as we have the bale stacker. We can go through, we can get these collected up fairly quickly, clear this field off, and get some lime onto it before winter comes. We might even be able to get some manure, or actually not manure, some slurry on it if we're lucky. I don't know how much slurry 8 cows is going to create though. We can't plant field beans in here though till March, so we have plenty of time to get this field turned around. The one that worries me a bit and that we're going to have a much quicker turnaround on is field 58. Linseed starts its seeding window next month. Majority of it is before winter, so September, October, November. So the quicker we can get the linseed into field 58 after harvesting the field beans, the better. It may be a case of liming that immediately after harvest next time. So need to prepare for that. We may have a very, very quick turnaround on the field beans, which will only help us overall. We'll have a much better chance of harvesting the linseed off there next year if that happens. But I'm up for the challenge. It's going to be an interesting turnaround on that one. I think this field might have one more bale in it. We're on the last complete row and we're heading up to 80%. Oh, this could be close, and if it doesn't hit it by the end of here, which it's not going to, we do have this tiny little section up this end here. All in all, I am really pleased. That's a good number of bales off here. I need to decide whether I'm going to use them or sell them. There we are. Turn that off. Just that little bit left down there. But that is pretty perfect. I am very, very happy with our progress today. We've managed to cut and bale this field, which I had not expected to do. We've got our combine ready for the field beans, which is probably what we're going to be doing next time. And our favorite is still performing so well. I am going to take it back to the farm now and get it repaired, because we do need to do that. But for now, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.